Hey, this is Isaac, and I'm glad that you are tuning in. I want to share a few minutes from the subject, Finish What You Start. On last week or a couple of weeks ago, sometime, I preached a message, Why Can't I Finish What I Start? And a few people wanted me to create a small video, so here it is. And I want to be able to help you in 2018. I want to be able to help you with this subject or any time in your life. How do you finish what you start? I came from the book of Nehemiah. And for all my adult life, I thought the book of Nehemiah was just about a man going back to Jerusalem and rebuilding this superstructure of a wall in record timing, 52 days. That is a miracle in and of itself, and that is a lot of what the book deals with. What the premise of the book is this, though. The premise or the issue of the book is that there were a constituent of people who came back to Jerusalem and started rebuilding the temple, but they didn't follow through with their commitment. And the problem with them not following through with their commitment is that a lot of people in Jerusalem, their lives were in danger because there was no security. There was no wall that kept them from vandals, that kept them from outside groups and kept them from wild animals. And so the people living in Jerusalem who came back to Jerusalem now are living in danger. They're suffering because there is no wall. And so the first thing I encourage you and I want to bring to your attention is this, is that you not following through with your commitment is much bigger than you. It impacts the people around you. There are people around you, one, who are not operating in their purpose because they're waiting on you to follow through with your commitment. Two, there are people around you who are suffering and who are in danger simply because you're not following through with your commitment. And so Nehemiah comes on the scene, and he actually completes something that he begins. And so there are two things I share with you. If you're encouraged, I want you to go to my YouTube page at /Isaac Curry and look up this message, Why Can't I Finish What I Start? And just listen to some of the things that I believe God can bless you with. But the first thing he does is this, is he was a cupbearer who was the right-hand man to the king in Susa. And so he was the right-hand man, he was a cupbearer. He quits his job as a cupbearer, and he begins to pursue the task of rebuilding a wall in Jerusalem. And so he does something that is just very practical and it's impactful. He quits a job that makes him successful in order to pursue a job that makes him fulfilled. That's incredible. It's a great point. It's something that you need to consider. You can make money, but you cannot make fulfillment. So he's working at a job that provides him job security, a job that gets him what he needs. He understands how much money he's going to be paid. He has a future. He has job security, but he leaves that job in order to pursue a job that perhaps does not have job security. He leaves a job that makes him successful in order to pursue a job that makes him fulfilled. And so I encourage you this, put success in its place. If you chase fulfillment, success will follow. But if you chase success by standards terms, there's no certainty that fulfillment will follow. Statistics show this. Many people who are successful don't feel like they're successful. But my encouragement is this. In finishing what you start, make sure that you're chasing fulfillment and you're not chasing success. And the second thing we learn from him is that he rebuilds this wall. Most people believe that his life's purpose was to rebuild the wall. That's incorrect. One of his goals that fed into his purpose was rebuilding the wall. If his life's purpose was to rebuild the wall, after the wall got rebuilt or was rebuilt, then what? Then he's back at square zero or square one. But his life's purpose was something greater than building the wall. When he heard that the people had came back to Jerusalem and they did not rebuild the wall and the people there were not worshiping like they should, he was vexed in chapter 1. He was vexed. His heart was perplexed. He prayed to God. His heart was broken because the people were suffering. The people had not been reconnected to God. And so his life's purpose was to restore worship in Jerusalem and to reconnect people to God. His bigger picture was to reconnect people to God and to restore worship in Jerusalem. That was his life's purpose. And so one of the goals that fed into his purpose was to rebuild the wall. Rebuilding the wall was secure the temple. Securing the temple, the Ark of the Covenant then can be housed in the temple. The Ark of the Covenant being in the temple, the presence of God is returned back to Jerusalem. If there is no wall, there is no temple. There is no temple, then the presence of God is not there. So one of his goals was to rebuild the wall, because rebuilding the wall would then allow worship to be restored in Jerusalem. Worship being restored, people are being reconnected to God. So when you understand your purpose, then every decision you can make in sobriety. You can make sober decisions. You can be better with your yes. You could be stronger with your no, because the decisions you make should always feed into your purpose. He teaches me this. He teaches me every goal you make should feed into your purpose. And if the decisions you're making or the things you're subscribing to, if they don't feed into your purpose, then when you engage or you encounter some type of obstacle, then you will lose your inspiration and your motivation. The reason why you're losing your motivation, the reason why you're losing your inspiration is because the goals you're setting don't feed into your purpose. You have to understand your why. So do this. Consider these two things, and if this blesses you, I want you to go back to the YouTube page, Isaac Curry, and I want you to look up this message. There's some other points that can help you in your journey of making sure that you finish what you began. Make sure that your purpose make sure that your goals feed into your purpose. Have a good day.